Thank you. Nan Havens. 224 Glenview Road. That's your right name and address?
Well, of course it is. What's the matter with you? You're treating me as though I were a criminal. Look, what have I done? What is it? Why didn't you tell me? I was just down to Gainesville to visit my grandmother. I obeyed all the traffic laws. Why are you doing this to me?
Miss Havens, if that's your name, you can calm down now. Carrying microfilm of government property is illegal. You're under arrest, suspicion of espionage. Byrne, you can take her in now.
In this era of highly secret and potentially destructive devices designed to wipe out huge blocks of humanity at a single stroke, the espionage agent plays an important part. But along with the general pattern of world progress, the agent has undergone a major streamlining. The most innocent and ordinary-looking people are selected for this activity, and it's no longer possible to point the finger of suspicion at any man because he looks like a spy. But in the case of Nan Havens, she was not only innocent-looking, but I thought I detected a ring of truth in her voice, and I decided to have a chat with Lieutenant Weston. It's not just her appearance, John. It's her whole attitude. I just can't believe a girl like that would get herself involved in espionage.
You know, Herb, you and I worked on a lot of cases together, and I have the deepest respect for your opinions. But I don't think you know very much about women. Nan Havens is young and attractive. And she put on a pretty good act when she was caught with the goods. But now we have a blow-up of that microfilm, and I'd like to show you exactly what little Miss Innocence was carrying in her car.
Well, I'd like to see it.
See what I mean, huh? Can you imagine all this came that little roll of microfilm? Weston. Oh, good. Send her in. Nan Havens' grandmother. Mrs. Havens, won't you come in?
Lieutenant Weston?
Yes, this is Mr. Maris.
Maris.
Mrs. Havens, won't you sit down here, Mrs. Havens?
Lieutenant, I've come to talk to you about Nan. When you know the truth about her, I'm sure you won't want to accuse her of doing anything wrong.
Mrs. Havens,
She's very young, Lieutenant. And something like this can, well, just make a terrible impression.
I understand how you must feel, but...
You see, I've known her so long. I brought her up. And when you laugh and cry during the development of a child, there isn't much about that child that you don't know.
No, I suppose not.
Well, I knew that if I just came and explained about Nan, that everything would be all right.
May I explain some things to you, Mrs. Havens?
Oh, yes, do.
Last week, a man was arrested on a charge of being an espionage agent. He was caught carrying classified microfilm in his possession.
How could that possibly have anything to do with Nan?
I'm coming to that. He confessed that every week he would get a piece of microfilm hidden in the trunk of a car parked in the 10th Street parking lot.
That's where Nan parked her car.
Goodness. There must be a lot of other cars parked there.
Yes, but this time we got a license number, and the car turned out to belong to your granddaughter.
If a creature like that could blame something like this on Nan, isn't that a proof she had nothing to do with it?
Not exactly. Because when we went to question Nan, She wasn't there, and the car was gone also. But when she was picked up on the highway, another piece of microfilm was found in her car.
Lieutenant, I know the police are honest, but...
Mrs. Havens, I found the microfilm myself, and Mr. Maris here was with me.
You haven't heard me? You haven't been paying any attention to anything I've told you.
Mrs. Havens, Lieutenant Weston is a police officer. He can't ignore facts. If it'll be of any help, I believe Nan is innocent, too, and I'm going to try and prove it.
Bless you. There. You see? Everybody doesn't believe Nan's guilty.
Mrs. Havens, you live in Gainesville, don't you?
Yes.
Just a few blocks from the missile base.
Yes, but...
Well, Nan told us that she had been visiting you, and she was returning from that visit when she was picked up.
That's right. When Nan telephoned me that she was in trouble, I tried to get in touch with Charlie. I knew my place was here with her. I thought maybe he could help me get into town.
Who's Charlie?
Well, he's a young man she's been going with in Gainesville.
Now, that's the first I've heard about a boyfriend. Did you find him?
No. I don't suppose that makes much difference. He hasn't got a car.
Well, where does this Charlie live? Where does he work?
She never told me. But I know she spends all her spare time with him.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mrs. Havens, I'll do what I can.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Havens. Thank you for dropping by. Well, Herb, I think we'd better have a little talk with Miss Nan Havens. Nan, why didn't you tell us about your boyfriend before?
Because I'm sure he had nothing to do with
Look,
it.
you're not going to get any place trying to protect an accomplice.
You don't understand, do you? You just don't understand.
Where did you meet him?
In Gainesville about 6 months ago.
What was he doing there?
He worked in a laundry, I think. He never talked very much about his work.
What's his last name?
Parrish, Charles Parrish.
Where does he live?
Carroll Street. I don't know the address.
Excuse me. I've got some checking to do.
Nan, did you ever see Charlie actually working in a laundry?
No, but the laundry's closed on Saturdays and Sundays, and those are the only 2 days I can get to Gainesville.
Have you ever wondered why he never came to town to see you?
Well, I always went there anyway, and besides, Charlie doesn't have a car.
So when you went driving, you always used your car?
Yes.
Weren't there times when you went to some specific place and both of you got out of the car for a while?
Well, yes.
Couldn't someone else have put some microfilm into the car while this was going on?
I don't know. I suppose so.
Did you ever meet any of his friends?
Only once, at a little roadside restaurant near Gainesville. A man and a woman who knew Charlie. They sat and had something to eat with us.
You remember their names?
I never remember anybody's name when I'm introduced like that.
This could be very important.
Well, the man's name could have been Carter or Carson, something like that. I don't think I ever did hear his first name. All through dinner, Charlie referred to him as Duke.
What about the woman?
I remember her first name. It was Laura.
Do you know where we could find either of them?
I don't know about Duke, but it seems to me Laura said she worked in a drive-in.
In Gainesville?
I don't think so. I think it was here.
Which one?
I don't know.
Miss Havens, try and remember Duke's last name. And if anything comes to your mind, you can reach me at my office.
All right.
I'll be in touch with you later. Usually, in a case like this, you start off by running down clues. But when there are no clues to run down, you just start off. Sometimes with an idea in mind, sometimes just clutching at straws, no matter how flimsy. That's why I started canvassing 500 drive-ins looking for a girl named Laura. Is your name Laura?
That's right.
My name is Maris. I'm an attorney. I'm looking for a girl named Laura who has a boyfriend named Duke.
What happens when you find this particular Laura?
Well, I'll tell her when I find her. Or have I already found her?
Like to see a menu?
I'd rather have some information about Duke.
You'll have more luck with the menu.
Up to now, this interview has been very charming, but very unsatisfactory. Now, what are you hiding?
A secret. Want to know what it is?
Yes, I do.
If I don't get back to work, I'll lose my job. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Laura, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, Mr. Maris. The interview's over.
What happened to the old Maris job?
I turned it on all right, but Laura turned it right off.
You sure she's the one we're looking for?
I don't know, but she's certainly being evasive.
Weston. Yeah. Yes, I see. All right, thank you very much. Well, Herb, we're progressing, but in the wrong direction.
What happened?
Nobody's ever heard of Charlie Parrish in or near Gainesville, not at the laundry, nor at the place where he is supposed to work, nor does his description fit anyone they've ever known. Well, it was a nice try.
Yeah. Wasn't it?
Herb. You know, I hate to say this, but I don't think you have a chance in the world of preventing an indictment.
I know. The way things are now, conviction is a foregone conclusion. The disappearance of Charles Parrish left Mrs. Havens as the only person who could vouch for the truth of Nan's story. And all she really had to support her statements was faith. But hers was the kind of faith that moves mountains. And I felt sure it would help remove the obstacles from Nan's path. The most important thing now was to find Charles Parrish.
Hi, Mr. Maris.
Hi.
What are you after now? Man or menu?
Women, or a woman. She might be able to save an innocent person from prison.
Go on.
Do you ever remember meeting a girl by the name of Nan Havens?
It doesn't ring any bells.
She was with a young man named Charlie Parrish when she met you with your friend Duke at a roadside cafe near Gainesville. Still no bells?
I remember being near Gainesville once. What's the rest of it?
We strongly suspect Charlie Parrish of subversive activities. Now, whether or not you admit being the girl that I'm looking for, I can always turn your name into the police for investigation. They'll soon find out whether or not you knew Duke.
Okay. Duke's full name is Chester Franzen. We went around together for quite a while. But I just couldn't figure him out.
What do you mean?
Well, he always had lots of money, but he never seemed to work. Here with all his money, he never owned a car.
Well, that figures.
Why do you say that?
Whenever you went places with Duke, you'd use your own car.
Yes, that's right.
And every now and then, especially when you've been near Gainesville, Duke would suddenly have another appointment somewhere else. You'd have to drive home alone.
Mister, where do you get your crystal ball?
Have you seen Duke lately?
Not for a couple of months. He just quit calling me.
Do you know where to reach him?
Yeah, I have his phone number. If he's still there.
Call him up. Tell him in your own charming way that you'd like to see him again.
It's a little matter of female pride.
My office will pay you $100 a day for your services.
100? Like I said, there's no such thing as female pride. You got a dime?
Laura's had a change of heart. At least that's the way it appears to me.
Appears to you. When a young lady car hop baffles the astute Mr. Maris, the millennium must be just around the corner.
Never mind the comment. Tomorrow is Laura's day off. She has a date with Duke Franzen at 10 o'clock in the morning. They're going for a drive in her car.
Well, I hope they have nice weather, huh?
So do I. I think you and I should be around to see what happens. Looks like Duke, all right. Fits Laura's description perfectly. 2 hours and 70 miles later, Duke and Laura stopped at a roadside restaurant a few miles north of Gainesville. Now what?
Well, just wait and see what happens.
How much owe you?
85 cents.
That's what I thought. Give me, please.
Oh, sure. Well, you want to order first?
You order for me. I can't make up my mind.
Okay, Bill. Hey, buddy. Get change of a 5. I'll make a phone call. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. When the lady comes back, tell her I forgot the keys to the car. I'll be right back.
There's Duke. Couldn't see exactly what he was doing. He either put something in the car or took it out. I'm not sure. Herb, where are you going?
That's what I'm going to find out.
Wait a minute, Herb.
Don't try and stop me. The evidence I need to free my client may be just across the road.
Yeah? Yeah, I know how it is. Well, if that's the way it's got to be, I guess there's nothing I can do about it. But you're sure breaking up a swell day for me. Okay. Goodbye. Too bad, honey.
What's the matter?
Oh, I just called my office. They're sending me out of town to wrap up a sale. I gotta be at the Gainesville airport in 55 minutes. I sure hope you don't mind going back by yourself.
I do. I mind very much. What good is that going to do me? Have we time to eat?
Oh, sure. Airport's only 5 minutes from here. Enjoy yourself.
I left my compact in the powder room. Give me a minute.
What do I owe you?
55 cents.
Duke and Laura are heading for the airport to drop him. She'll drive into town alone.
That clinches it. Duke must have stashed microfilm in her car. Anything else?
She gave me this note. The counterman is Nan's boyfriend, Charlie Parrish.
That's our contact. Look, there's Duke and Laura now.
If we follow them, we may lose Parrish.
That's right. We'll have to put a tail on Duke. Let Laura drive back, park in her usual place, so the stakeout can spot who the pickup man is.
What about Parrish?
We'll stay with him.
That's Parrish now.
Who's that with him?
I don't know. He was sitting at the counter reading a paper.
Well, Herb, that leaves us no choice. We'll have to tail him.
Honey, you've been terrific doing this for me. I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Sure, I know how it is. Thanks for the lunch. Bye.
Bye. Thanks again. What's the matter?
We've about decided that car behind us is a tail.
What car?
They've pulled off the road. If they try tailing us again, we'll lose them. Call off the pickup.
They picked up Duke. Where they go now will be very important.
There it comes. It's a tail, all right.
All right, turn around and step on it.
They're turning around. Looks like they know they're being followed.
We'll have to stop them now. If one of them gets to a phone, the whole deal falls through. The quickest way to stop them is a roadblock. Unit 58 to headquarters. Back up against the car. Put your hands on the car. You Charlie Parrish?
Never heard of him.
You will. You work at the missile plant? Listen, you might as well tell me. I can find out the truth in 5 minutes.
Yes, I work there, but...
What about you? Did you stash another piece of microfilm in Miss Meade's car at the restaurant?
I never went near a car at the restaurant. You can't prove I did.
Well, I don't know. You like film so much, we have some motion pictures we'd like to show you.
Yes, and the admission is free. Take them back downtown. Come on, get them in the car.
Well, there's just no way, Lieutenant. No way in the world I can ever tell you how grateful I am to you and Mr. Maris.
Oh, excuse me. Well, come on in.
Oh, Grandma.
Oh, John, here's a little gift. Mrs. Havens made it for you especially.